Colt. We need you to lead them back to Red Larch.
He's looking around. He doesn't say anything for a minute.
They've got some food. We ransacked the monastery.
He's like, of course, I can do that.
We lost our stream for a second there. It died. Okay, we're back. Never mind. Sorry. I just saw the thing come back up that said stream started.
Weird.
Hopefully it wasn't on our end.
I don't think it was, because if it was...
Yeah, that never showed us not streaming, so... Alright, sorry about that.
I never stopped connecting to the internet.
I think Broderick is going to separate from the group just a little bit and ritual cast Speak with Animals, which he picked up, and he would go and speak with Shimmermane.
Okay. Alright, as this is happening, Roddy's, asking you guys what happened, and also you can see him almost adding up just the size of this many people and making it back through, and you can kind of see him pulling out maps and just looking through and marking things off. You get that he's not used to leading this many people safely, but he's clearly making his assessments. As you kind of pull between the crags, Shimmermane, has been rubbing up against you. In fact, doing your ritual, it was almost hard to focus.
Yeah,
just kind of rubbing down and, searching in your pack for food. Just
yeah. Alright. He'd kind of scruff her feathers a little bit. Be like, can you understand me now?
Yes, I can understand you, master.
I would nod. Kind of, probably like looking around, like feeling pretty good about that.
She's like, the one who smells of wine and good food, like sweets.
Think about that for a second. That may be the kindest name anyone's ever given me. Shimmermane. If you realize that's your new name.
You have called me that. I thought it was just to grab my attention. This is my name.
It is.
I was called Strongclaw before, but I like Shimmermane better.
So do I. I'm glad we're in agreement. I need you to do me a small favor if you can, girl. These people, they'll be heading somewhere, and the roads are dangerous. I'll be spending time underground, which I don't think suits you very well. Would you accompany them and wait for me? I'll return to that town, if you know what that is.
With the nice stable boy.
Protect the people if you would. I'll be back soon.
I will do that. Though I will miss you.
And
I was
you.
hoping you would take off in flight with me.
Well, we can probably do that quickly before we leave. I'll make sure you get the best food. Do you have a favorite?
Fish.
I will make sure the stable boy feeds you all the fish you can stomach.
Thank you, Father.
He'd be a little taken back at that. Probably end the spell. Climb up on the back. I think they'd do a couple little loops.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna go over to Roddy and hand him 50 more gold.
He pushes the sack back to you. He's like, don't need it, mate. I would have head back that way anyway. I can keep him safe. Don't know if I'd feel right taking gold for this.
It's a lot of work.
It'll be alright.
It's cult money.
Either way, feels like a job at that point. This is just something I feel like I gotta do. Didn't set out on this life to do wrong. I like being able to sleep at night under the stars knowing I did right.
Fair enough. And they'll give him the man shake.
And he gives it back and, meets your gaze.
And you'd lift him off the ground.
You see him go over and start
No, he's probably stronger than me.
Probably.
retrieving arrows, though, trying carefully out of this insect-like creature, dusting them off, putting them back in a quiver.
I forgot to ask before we left.
Mm-hmm.
Did they have any kind of I probably know the answer to this, but any kind of like chemical supplies or anything like that there?
Didn't look like they had anything of that sort. I mean, in the distillery, you might have been able to find almost like some components to things. But
Yeah, I was just looking for stuff to make healing potions.
Let's give it a look here. You found enough things in the distillery that you think you can make a healing potion.
Okay, fair enough.
All right. Once we zoom around a little bit, he would land and talk to Roddy and just say,
I'm going to send Shimmermane back with you. She'd be more than happy to bury you as a rider. See to it that the stable boy gets this,
and I hit him a stack of 10 gold.
and here's 20 more. Make sure he feeds her all the fish he can find, even if he has to buy out the market.
He puts it in a specific pouch.
Fish pouch.
Yeah, fish pouch.
One final word. Tell him to keep an eye.
We're east, right?
Yes.
Watch the skies to the east. Should he see a message in the clouds, tell him to release Shimmermane and tell her to fly towards it.
I can do all that. He's like, I'll make sure. As that's happening, you start to hear a voice in your clothes.
I thought about that. Yeah, I was gonna do it right before we broke off. I just. Hello. This thing working? You don't have to go after you say everything.
You undo the sending stones into a flip stone.
Oh, sweet. I kind of like the
New
slides.
stone. Who dis?
Yes. I'm just using my sidekick.
You got to put your stone on D&D.
Oh yeah, my bad.
You hear a fairly frantic Margabar. He's like, Nas, are you there?
I am.
He's like, where are you?
We're just leaving the monastery right now. Why?
Bad news. Things have been happening.
In town?
Not in this town, but in another town, Wamford.
Where's Wamford? Is it south of here?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you mentioned that, yeah.
He's like, problem is, there ain't no Wamford anymore.
What do you mean?
Apparently it's been wiped off the map.
By what?
Sounds like one of your cult.
How is it wiped off? Fire? Water?
Sounds like some sort of tornado blew through.
Air.
That ain't all. Some people escaped, so they saw people in white robes with feathers carrying some kind of crystal device. And one of them, who got through, said that this was a reprisal. And the top of that spire is gone.
What do you mean? You mean Feathergale?
Right.
You mean it's gone? Like, just gone? Blew up, or?
Half of it's gone. Like it got blown over, blown up, don't know. We saw winged creatures flying off from it. A lot of things happening in the past day or so.
Yes. And I start to fill him in on what happened. Like high level type of, not like every tiny little detail. Yeah. I say, have you ever dealt with the Knights of Semalar?
Dealt with them. They ain't got no reason to deal with me. What I know about them.
Yeah, no. Is there anything you could tell me about them if I have to go deal with them to try to get on their good graces?
Well, I'd say try not to be yourself.
That kind of hurt a little. That stung.
I should say try not to look like a throat cutter.
Understood.
They're lawful people. That's all they care for. For hundreds of years they've been doing the same thing. And they suffered significantly in the Battle of the Well.
Understood.
They used to spread out all through here. Those places you found. Some used to at least told me that the knights built them long ago. watchtowers.
Mm-hmm.
But they abandoned them. They have watched the north longer than anybody else has. I'll also tell you, we sent Renobi already up to River God.
That was a mistake.
She checking it out from a distance.
Okay, good.
Apparently some people in this interim got their eye on it.
We're about to head there.
Maybe let Renobi know before you get there. She been scouting it out.
Does she have stone?
Yeah, she
Okay.
also had one.
Okay, I didn't realize she did. Okay. All right. Well, we're sending some refugees back to town.
I guess you can't sing. It's like refugees.
Yeah. There were prisoners that they were captured by the cult. About a dozen or more.
Okay, I'll keep an eye out for them. And I'll let Herlin know.
Yeah, just let the town know that they'll be there in a couple days, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You'd think so.
Yeah.
2 days or something.
We'll keep an eye out. So keep yourself safe.
You too.
I won't lie to you. A little concerned about things that can wipe out whole towns. Womford's bigger than Red Lodge.
So are we. So are we.
I'll wait to hear from you.
Copy. Out.
Is Wallingford one of the towns you guys?
We ain't going
Okay,
to Womford.
alright.
Nope.
All right, then I'll. Roby.
It takes a few minutes before you get an answer, and then through the stone you hear.
And I don't yet. Like I probably would have whispered
yeah,
through it.
I'm assuming that you would be
Yeah.
quiet. She's like, well, hey there, handsome.
Is that you talking, Sean, or?
Both, man.
Okay, good.
That's gorgeous wear.
Raven's getting mad right now. I can feel it. My spider senses just tingled.
Are you?
It's not the only thing tingling here.
Are you at Riverguard yet?
She's like, oh yeah, been here for the past day. Like, strange operation they got here.
What's going on there?
Well, from what they say, it's to stop brigands and pirates on the river. But all I'm seeing inside this keep is brigands and pirates.
Well, that makes sense.
Like, it's clever. I was already meaning to head here. She's like, Zentrum have their eye on this place.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna be heading there very soon.
I could contact some people if you want.
You mean some backup?
Could be. If, of course, you planned on leaving the keep alone, the Zentrum would find this, I think, a profitable location on the river.
I think that can be arranged.
Let me know. Might take a day or so.
That's fine. Stay safe.
Oh, I will. You too. Don't wreck that pretty face. And then you hear the shuffle of clearly a stone being put back into a pocket.
I love you.
What? God.
What? I didn't say nothing. I like you.
Said you look shitty. Good night, Denise.
That's what you got.
Okay. Well, I'll head back. And I'll pull those two aside. So-
Have they set off yet?
Not yet. I mean, this is all kind of while you were flying. In fact, you saw him like
In fact, I'll pull.
holding up stones.
I'll pull. I keep wanting to call. Did we call him Wiley at one
He
point?
said his people, his friends
Wiley's
called him
NPC.
Wiley.
Okay.
Yeah, his friends called him Wiley.
Okay, yeah. I'll pull Wiley aside too, and three of us or four of us.
What is
I
it,
don't-
Nos?
I talked to Marmar, and apparently Womford, which is I've never been there myself. It's south of here. Was laid waste by the air cult, and they said, and I don't know if they were coming from the town, but they saw them moving away with some sphere, maybe some item, some power. I don't know, but they destroyed the town. Apparently it was in retribution to what we did.
I mean, I think that would hit Brojo pretty hard.
I don't know what we should do.
Well, as horrible as that is, it kind of works in our favor to some degree. It shows the people of these lands that there is a true threat here, and when we go asking for help, it may not fall upon deaf ears.
But all those people... You're right, of course. Pragmatic. We could head back to the spire. We could...
The spire is half destroyed, apparently.
Oh, the Aarakocra. Oh,
They did see some of them flying off. I don't know how many.
that is terrible. They've picked the wrong 3 people to antagonize, I'm sure of that. We could head right now to their temple, Stalwart. Don't you know? We saw it from the tower. We could head there now and make them wish they hadn't done that.
It's not a good idea. Again, it's just the 3 of us.
It's been the 3 of us since the beginning, and here we are.
But they know about us now. They could be waiting for us there. We need allies. I'm working on some allies of my own. But we need to deal with Riverguard before that can happen.
I'd almost rather not know. I'm afraid not. But yes, I trust you.
Allies are allies.
Oh. I have connections in Waterdeep.
Well, maybe on your way, send with him some missive or some notes that you can send to Waterdeep.
I will. Drat, what if the stone cult, the earth cult now retaliates as well? We could be kicking a hornet's nest, but damn it, they needed kicking.
What's our other choice? Sit back and do nothing and let them do what they want to do?
I
We can't
agree.
do that.
I agree. Let's set out now. I'm ready. Let's go to the River Guard. We'll give a note to Wiley.
Wiley's here.
Oh, right.
We'll give a note to you, Wiley.
I'm right here.
Oh, you were down there. I didn't see you down there.
It's okay. People miss me. That's how I make my living, frankly.
Quite right. Well,
Riverguard.
River Guard, then. Give me a moment to write a letter. Or 3. Strongly worded letters are one of my fortes.
What? You can write out the full letters if you
Nah,
want
I'm
later,
not
but
gonna do
what?
that.
But about what do you think? Who do you write them to, and what do you say?
Well, I think he certainly has some connections in Waterdeep as a former Waterdavian noble.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the either mercenary companies or standing army of Waterdeep that he would have. He was at the very least served in one or several over his
You
career.
know of one sellsword company that you could send to. One, that's has some limits to clearly what they will do and not do. I mean, they're not full mercenaries. You know one commander that you served with. You also know Mithras. At
One
least
letter
one.
would go to Mithras. One letter would go to Nithbis.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The other one goes Schmish.
It would go to Nithbis by way of Baishar.
Yeah.
And I think he would address it to Baishar like, you have got to convince Lady Nithbis to pay attention to this.
CC.
Yeah, exactly. And then one to the Lord Commander of the Waterdavian military.
Okay.
Those he would write them pretty hastily, but I think he'd spell out everything he could.
Okay.
He'd outline everything that had transpired.
All right, you hand them thicker than you.
Oh, he's got
expected.
his own wax seal too.
Wiley puts those next to the 30 gold for taking care of your hypocrite at the stable. Anybody have any other messages or things they need to send?
No, but go with haste. It's of the utmost importance now.
I'll do my best. I actually think we're going to go a bit cautiously and a bit slowly. I can't move. I can't move but so fast with
Understood.
these people.
Find a campsite for them. Take Shimmermane. She can do the journey in a quarter of the time. Get the messages there, please.
Okay, if you say so. With that, he kind of heads off and leading Shimmerman. Shimmerman gives a long look at you, but will be
Go on! Get out of here!
I hate you.
immediately kind of goes off, and you see Roddy / Wiley be like, "All right, everyone, here's how this is gonna go," and like,
Oh yeah.
you
Let's
guys are
get
in
going.
office,
We
and
can trust him.
preparations are being made, and you see him pretty directly talking to some people, and then you can see him almost forming a line like the infirm and the children are in the center, and he's putting certain people at the back, certain people at the front.
And we would have loaded them up with weapons from the monastery.
Yeah, I was about to say.
There
yeah.
were weapons.
They
in
had
the
some.
dojo.
In the
Yeah,
dojo, yeah.
yeah.
And they did. They took them. They've got, short swords, a couple spears, a handful of glaives, like just
Right.
some nunchucks.
Nunchucks. Cool.
Nunchucks.
Nunchucks. Because they make you numb when they hit you.
Nunchucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, nunchucks.
Namshanks.
Namshanks.
And you guys head off.
I've
Take
got
another-
a message to send. I don't have a pen though.
We're gonna take another quick break, only a $5, and
Alright.
we're gonna come back and set off into the wilderness.
Back in 5, y'all.
Back in 5, y'all.
1.
Welcome back, everybody. We have finished about the first half where a lot of information has been dropped on an entire town has been decimated. Sounds like the party's heading to Riverguard Keep, where sounds like it is it's all scum and villainy.
Perfect. I'm ready for a
We're
cakewalk.
good with that.
The refugees have been set out.
How long of a hike is it to the River Guard Keep?
It's probably 2 days.
Okay, we have a slight problem. Gave away a lot of our rations.
Well, down there we did, but there was a whole bunch up in the
Yeah.
On the horses.
Yeah.
Right,
You guys,
right.
You guys.
and inside there. I mean,
They would have raided the kitchen, and you could have too.
we could have restocked.
Yeah,
Would've
that's
been
true.
an
There was a
issue.
whole larder. And,
Yeah.
Okay, well, never mind then. Broderick would have restocked his stomach before they got moving.
I mean, worst case scenario, he can create food and water as a second level spell, I believe.
That's true.
Yeah, but you don't want to eat the food that he creates.
I make a mean pheasant.
Oh, man, I forgot about how
Inside joke.
Inside joke in a different fictional universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just
Fictional.
cooking soap.
Real crowd pleaser.
Yeah. You nearly poisoned Bard the Bowman.
What has he ever done?
Smog couldn't beat him, but you
You killed him with an undercooked pheasant. I feel real sick. I don't know why.
So you guys head off. Did you guys take any of that liquor?
Oh, hell yeah.
I
took
didn't.
some of that liquor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although you
Yeah.
could, I get it. Although the side effect is like alchemist fire.
Yeah, I think he would have 2 flasks of it.
Okay.
I'll take it for that reason alone.
It is not necessarily alchemist fire, but you do.
But you could
realize
light
that-
stuff on fire with it.
You do realize that it would probably burn
Yep.
real well.
And, oh, cool. Green flame blade. I was wondering if it was actually fire, but it is fire.
Nice.
Okay. So you guys head off through the hills towards the river. And you guys kept your horses.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess you're walking.
Probably he and I are
Oh,
riding.
I thought you were sending your horses too for the
I
infirm.
I guess if you were getting rid of your...
I thought we had said that. Did I mishear that?
Well, I think you had said it before we were there, and I don't think we.
I guess
were.
I just assumed.
I'm
that's-
okay with that. I'd just confirm or deny that the
I would-
horses
I-
are.
I mean-
If you would otherwise be walking...
Because nobody's going to be able to watch them when we're down in dungeons and stuff. Yeah.
Is it farther than 2 days on foot?
No, I was assuming that
We were on
it was
foot?
actually 2 days on foot, so it would be shorter time on horses, a day.
I mean,
I mean, we
you
could
could
go
convince me. I'd be loath to give up the horses.
Mm.
Because we can, we're not going to be down there for days.
Dang, I hate to retcon that whole thing.
That's okay.
But I did that assuming the horses were
Well, you could
taking
double...
people back.
You could double...
That was
up.
also before we found out a whole town was wiped out. So I think I
and they
assumed there
had
was some
not
extra time.
left yet, which was on
Yeah.
purpose. If you wanted to take that back.
I'd be less concerned if we had Shimmermane.
Well, didn't Wiley have a horse? Could we just...
No,
No,
He
he
did
did
no,
not.
that's
He
right,
rode
no.
with one of you
He
or
rode with
scouted
one of
ahead.
us.
Because if we had Shimmermane to be able to get messages off or do stuff
All right,
like that.
we'll just retcon that. Dang, that sucks. Okay, we'll retcon it.
You want to retcon it? You just want to decide to do differently after. The
Yeah, he'll just decide to do differently. He'll take it back. Damn, that sucks. Yeah.
Okay.
We can not ride... Yeah,
Nah.
It kind of doesn't make sense to not ride horses, though, I guess.
You look
Okay.
cute, John.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Because combat's coming?
No.
Oh.
Just
Ooh.
an observation.
I hope
Just an
somebody threw
observation.
bits to say, please flirt with the DM.
Where are those bits?
My hat will get higher and higher. More bits.
Put it on your lap.
All right, yeah, he'll walk it back once.
All right.
He'll go back and he'll talk to Shimmermane, and he'll tell why. You know what? On second thought, given the news information that a town was wiped out, it's imperative that we get moving.
Yeah.
Wiley, to use. Honestly, it's a bit of a relief. I don't know if I would have felt right leaving these people, even in a camp. Like I said, the wilderness right now, it's not not a place you can count on anymore.
All right.
I will get these letters, as soon as I get to Red Lodge.
Perhaps I was a bit hasty. Trying to do what's right, and it's difficult, you know.
I understand.
After Feathergale, wasn't expecting the retaliation, you know.
We're dealing with something beyond me. I knew people in Warmfoot. I'll be checking on them after I send these messages off.
I wish you luck.
So you have Shimmermane with you.
Yes.
Okay.
We should get moving.
Shimmermane
Be happy.
is frankly happier.
I am happy to have
this
Shimmermane
is-
actually.
That this is the case.
Yeah.
So you guys set off on hippogriff and horses through the crags of the Deseret Valley. And you can see that the foothills are kind of up to your north and that they stretch out and look like a maze through there. And small creeks will come through it. But you guys are riding through the hills. Are you flying or are you riding?
Fly ahead.
Fly
I don't
ahead.
think he would fly too far off or too high up.
Okay.
Little ways above the treetops, though. Maybe like 50 feet up.
I want you to make a perception check for me, please.
Can do.
Oh my god, is this the first die roll?
I made a performance check.
Oh yeah.
You made a stealth check.
You're right.
No, is that a 13? 15.
15.
Yeah, his eyes are going a little bit. Not what they used to be.
Okay.
They're all dried out and flying too.
Thanks, Raven.
What's he say?
100 bits to call Sean cute. I'll do anything for bits, Sean. Anything.
I can't believe you. It's like the jungle room, man. Alright. I'm good.
Keeping that A+ joke between the two of us was hard for me.
It was hard. We shared a moment.
You're scanning kind of ahead of you, and you don't see it. You guys also make perception checks if you would. 4?
9.
Okay.
We're just joking
Oh.
with each other.
Rolling.
You
guys are probably at ease because
Yeah.
Broderick's flying around scouting.
And you are scanning, but your mind is also like, I mean, you've never been to one for you. I mean, how many people live in a town? I mean,
Oh, yeah.
just
Oh, I think he's. I mean, he gets the pragmatism and, you know, on a rational level does understand, but he's,
I think Henrik's just
He's
angry and
lost
ready to
much.
smash faces.
okay. One more perception check from you
Specifically.
specifically.
Oh, we're up now.
How about a 4? How's that do? You just want to check that?
How's that do, pig?
Okay. As you're flying along, you're lost in thought, and you're thinking, you guys are down on the ground. When you see Shimmermane start to get antsy and half start to turn without you. And at that moment, you see that quietly from behind you has been descending 2 figures on giant vultures.
Oh man. Oh yeah, he would be like, ah, 2 arms, 2 arms.
One is right on top of you, and you see that the other is already strafing down towards you two. Everybody roll initiative.
Cool, cool. So is there 3 total?
There are 2.
2.
There are 2.
Okay.
So
Deuce. Ooh. Nice.
Roll a 1.
It's cool with my +0 modifier.
Hey, at least you didn't get a 0 for initiative. I've done that with a -1 dex.
Grim rolled a 0 in one of your games.
Yeah, he
I have
did.
a -1 dex,
Yeah.
rolled a 1. Cool, I have a 0 initiative.
initiative. I had a 0 from Kai.
15.
Okay.
23. Actually, I think Xavier might have been a -1 one.
Yeah.
He was, because
yeah.
he's a -2. -1 initiative. Which means he goes in the future.
Okay, these ones that you see are the vultures look the same, but the riders on top are not. They're not Feathergale knights. They're wearing what looks almost like owl helmets with clearly like crystal over the eyes that go back. Cool. It almost looks like wings where the arms are exposed.
So you need that to fly around on. Goggles, basically.
Yeah. Pretty much. I mean, frankly, it looks like Owlman from the Watchmen.
Cool.
Similar with the helm, at least.
Cool, very cool.
But they're flying, and you can see arms outstretched.
Battle music. I love this music.
Okay, Broderick.
Okay, well.
Also, is Shimmerman going first or second? Since you have a mount.
Are they directly adjacent to behind me? And I assume it's not. It can't fight. It's just fly.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's just the 3Ds.
Yeah, while in flight.
It's supposed to be for an intelligent mount, so... Hippogriffs aren't all that smart. They're basically horse intelligence.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think I'd let you get an attack.
Okay.
I just... Your mount and... You and him are together.
Tight.
I think they can.
Right.
If that's what you want,
yeah,
I'm
it
gonna
is.
put an
I
attack.
mean, that's way more interesting and way more fun.
So.
Okay, then I think she will make a hard pivot, claws outstretched, and just slam into them.
Okay.
And I will have her attack the giant vulture.
Got it.
I need to look up her stats. I'm sorry, I don't have a printout handy.
It's okay.
Okay, I got it. So she gets to fly in with her claws first.
Mm-hmm.
On the giant vulture, got a 9. And then kind of we slam into each other, and she'll try to bite it with her beak. That would be a 23.
That definitely got it.
For 7 damage on the giant vulture.
D10.
Not bad, right? Not
Yeah.
bad. And then Broderick would draw his rapier and cast Green Flame Blade and attack the rider.
Okay.
Got a 24.
Oh, hold on. Yeah.
Yeah, just check that armor. Double check that armor for me. Here's on the rider. Wow. That's a 14. And on the vulture is 12. Green Flame Blade, though. What about a Green Flame Blade?
For rolls.
Yeah, and I think he would be not fighting with poise like he normally does. I think he was in the middle of thinking about it, and just immediately all of his fury is channeled into those attacks. And then, with a bardic inspiration, who's next in initiative?
Well, how far away are we from you?
Oh, it's only what? Is it
It's
60
feet.
I did say I wasn't going further than 50 feet up, but
If that's
60
what you
feet,
said, then
60
that's
feet
what you-
reasonable.
Okay, cool. Yep.
You tell me, am I outside of 50 feet or 60 feet?
I don't necessarily think so. They had enough time to divert.
Okay.
I think I'm willing to go with it.
Cool. Then he would say, "Nos, look out! From above!" And have some inspiration.
Doesn't have BFF on it.
It doesn't. It has pals. It has friends.
Well, that's a start.
Yeah.
I need to. I don't know if I still have the old ones. I'll look while you guys go.
And so the other one is diving towards us.
Yes. And I mean, I'm pretty much on top of you.
Okay.
Oh, here they are. On the floor. Here you go, man. Pick one, Sean.
Well, that was the only one to choose.
Just regular.
Damn it. Never get the one I want. All right. Side question. How far are we away from River Guard Keep? Estimate. Just
I mean, you're hours away. I mean, it was a day, so you would reach there at night.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, you've traveled for a half a day.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna dismount.
Okay.
And that's what, half my move to dismount.
Yep.
Is there any cover around here?
You know what? I'll draw it
You don't have to draw it out. Just say yes or no.
out. Yeah, I think there's a couple.
Because I can. Well.
I think there's a couple crags around. I'd say you guys are somewhat riding on a stretch that seems clear, so you probably got a couple small boulders and stuff, maybe 20 feet out or so, spread across the road.
Okay.
One here, guys. Well,
Okay.
while you're doing that, I will. I'll draw something.
I mean, it's just a big circle we're in the middle of, right?
Yep.
You need me to get the compass?
You two are locked in an aerial battle.
You just put your hat down and draw a circle.
Oh, that's true.
Aerial battles would be underwater, right? This aerial from Little Mermaid.
From Little Mermaid. I was actually following you for the first time.
It's dangerous to follow me.
So I think I'm just gonna draw kind of some essential, like, let's see.
Alright, well, I'm not going to try to hide because that's going to be too far away anyway. So, I will dismount. Do you have your little horsey figures over there?
Yeah. Yes.
Are they easily accessible? If not, don't
Let
worry
me
about
get
it.
you horsies.
Horsey boy?
Just two horsey boys horsing around.
So these are just kind of the various
Okay.
boulders and rocks that are in your kind of immediate vicinity.
Here's the horsey boys. God, why do I say such a dumb thing?
That is a good question. Alright, so I'm going to dismount and I'm going to move to here. And I'm going to start casting a spell.
Okay.
And right between us and it, I'm going to create this 15-foot cube of wall of fire in the air, right in front of it,
Okay.
which is basically a silent image.
Dope. Okay. You. And for a moment, you see it down too. You see a wall of fire spring right in front of Nos, in between this giant vulture and its rider. And as you've already been turned to, you see a wall of fire. Though you don't feel the singe of heat that you would.
And then I will, after I cast as an interact, I'm going to pull out my.
Hand crossbow.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right. It is their go.
And I'm trying to put it so it's between it and even him and I, if I can.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
15 foot, but
I
I
think
mean,
you can-
I know I can't do everything with it, but.
I think you can do that. Okay, first to the aerial battle. This giant vulture is going to try to attack Shimon.
Shimmermane? I don't have mounted combatant, do I?
It's going to attack Shimmermane.
You can't do it otherwise, right?
No. Not that I know of.
Oh, bring it. That vulture gonna die. Yeah.
That first one, it
Stupid
tried to
vulture.
go with its beak, and you see its neck extend quickly, but Shimmermane knocks it with a claw, and I mean, they're both...
Oh, yeah. I like to think that we're kind of falling, too. Like, I think they're flapping, but we're sort of
You guys
losing
are
altitude.
kind of spinning around each other, and then it tries to get with its talons. Also, can't make purchase. You see Shimmermane use its wings to kind of balance off of it.
Tight.
I could use my portent on other on creatures attacking other people.
You can't. You just got to do it before the roll.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I get distracted listening, analyzing my own
Yeah,
music while
we're talking about it in the chat right now. It's really cool. People love it. Well, not everyone, but I won't tell you who.
Just whoever it is, they're stupid.
That's awesome.
I'm not stupid. I was chatting about it. I need it.
Okay. My dude,
I sang all these perfect.
I need
Did
you
you? Do it.
and Shimmermane
Roar.
to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, here is mine.
Is there an effect going off?
There is clearly, you see him start to reach out a hand, and in fact, you see a bit of electrical charge start to be forming in his hand.
I got a 17.
Okay.
Shimmermane got an 18.
Okay.
Showing me up. Don't ever show me up.
Leave. Fly away.
What are you doing over there? You're like making noises to yourself. Oh, my precious chair.
As it has one hand on the reins, it reaches out, and you see clearly electricity gaining in its hand as a lightning bolt
Oh,
cracks out
okay.
across you two.
Ow.
cool.
Ow.
Hey, what's all that?
It's a lightning bolt.
Why'd you throw some?
Welcome to 5th level.
You sure that was a fire resistance ring, not a lightning resistance, right? Just double check.
No, it's just a resistance ring.
yeah.
So you both take 14 damage.
Oh.
That is already halved.
Well, how many hit points does old Shimmer have?
We gave you more. We gave her.
We gave her hit dice. but
and
I
we gave her more hit
I
points.
forget how many extra we gave her. Do you remember? I feel like I had a character sheet for her, but
We did
I'll
at
look
one
and
point.
see. I'll figure it
She
out.
one had higher intelligence too, and she had.
Yeah. It's 14
Yes.
damage.
It-
She's not looking great, I'll
It
say that.
singes, and you hear her scream. I mean, it's a scream of pain. Just as her wings, you can smell the burning, and it hits you too. You manage to kind of move out of the direct bolt of it, but it cuts across you, and you guys see this. You see a lightning bolt has cracked across both of them.
Cool, that's awesome.
Printing a Shimmerman character sheet now.
So you have something to worry about.
No, she's gonna be fine. You want me to... Her intelligence is 2. You want me to make it 4?
Make it what?
Don't do 6. 'Cause I
Don't
think
do 6.
6
At
is
6, you're like
you're
able to
intelligent.
speak.
Do-
4 is what most intelligent gnomes are. I think.
Do 4. Do 4. Thank you.
4
for
is like
helping.
a well-trained dog, like a brilliant dog,
so
like an
No,
overdog.
you said well trained.
Like an overdose.
like an overdog.
I don't know. I'm over it.
You see this one here kind of rear back and start pushing against it,
Okay.
which is going to use half its move
Okay.
to break. But then it's going to fly over top and land here.
Okay.
So you see a giant vulture again with this rider on it come slam down in front of you, and it strikes out with its beak on your mount. Hold on, let me see. A 9 does not get you.
Nah, I think they've got
I
like an
think
11,
10 or
10 or
11,
11.
right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, now it does it with the talons, and it gets it. Your mount takes 8 points of damage. I do not have the horse stats right.
It's a riding
in
horse,
front of
right?
me.
I got you.
Yep.
How much does it take?
8 points of damage.
It's still. I think it's barely alive, but it's alive.
The horse manages to skip the beak, and talons
Yeah, they have 13.
cuts right across the side, and it rips some of
DC
the
11.
Yeah.
rips,
10.
10.
rips some of the barding as it goes. And then
Thank you for the host, Legends. It's awesome of you. Also, Raven's really weird.
yeah, that's my baby.
I know.
That's redundant.
Raven's really Raven. So Raven.
She's
Oh.
she just punched her iPad.
I'm just trying to make her.
This one here reaches out a hand to you. And you see a different looking bolt of electric energy try to get you, but it moves past and it slams into the illusory fall of what? Actually, no. You block it with your shield. And it bounces off in another direction. That is them. Henrik.
I will dismount Henrik ain't no horse boy. And how does deciding what the horse does work?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, the horse will. In fact, the horse will probably.
He's
use
almost
it
dead. He's like, gonna
Bolt.
Probably.
Horse
I think
is out.
Would get out of there.
Peace.
All right. Then so do I choose swing on the mount or the?
You can choose. Yep. It's up to you.
I think I'd swing on the guy that just lightninged me, or attempted to lightning me. I have no idea what the strategically correct move is, but yeah, I'm just swinging.
Started off right.
No, I guess I could have channeled divinity. Ugh. Does a 12 get him? Okay, and you guys are both in rough shape? Or, wait, no, you're fine. Or you and your...
I got dinged pretty good, but
Okay.
he could
How healing word?
be okay.
For... Because it's 60 feet, so I guess I can. 4.
Thank you, Boo.
Good rolls, good rolls.
Whew. All right, Broderick, it is up to you. You have been singed with a lightning bolt that has strafed across you and your beloved Shimmermane.
Alright, Shimmermane is going to take a disengage action,
Mm-hmm.
and we are going to swoop to the ground. She's going to land right there
Okay.
and hit the ground. Broderick, what was that? What's the range on this? Yeah. Broderick is going to dismount for half of his move. Look at them. I guess he doesn't have his shield out. I probably wouldn't have had his shield on while riding, so he's got a free hand. Trying to keep that in mind. And he will cast a Stinking Cloud, his level 3 spell, around these guys.
Ooh,
Okay.
piece of shit.
A big yellow cloud appears around him.
Will you tell me what happens in
Yeah,
Stinking Cloud?
when they start their turn in the cloud, they have to make a Constitution save. If they fail the save, they spend their whole action retching and reeling.
I like it.
Yeah. So I'm trying to make them fall out of the sky if he possibly can. And then with the remainder of his move, he will walk up here with his bonus action. He will say, "Stand firm, stalwart." Be the best kind of bard, the kind that doesn't sing.
And what DC am I trying to beat on that?
It'll be a 15.
A 15. All right. Okay, Nas, you saw them take a lightning bolt fly around your illusory image. He blocked one, and now you see a cloud. Stinking Cloud has formed around the two in the sky.
How high can you jump normally?
It's like half. I think
I
a
know
vertical
the distance
jump,
is your strength.
I think a
value.
vertical jump is your strength modifier in feet.
Really?
I think
It's got to be higher than that. What if you have no modifier? You can't jump off the ground. That doesn't make sense.
That could be true.
I think it's 3 plus your modifier. I'm almost positive.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that actually does sound right. 3 plus my modifier, so
That probably sounds right.
so 9.
I got it right here. Jumping, high jump. You make a high jump. You're there. 3 plus your strength mod. Right here, man. Right here. That was good.
All right, I'm going
You were
to
right.
cast jump on myself.
Okay.
Drop my crossbow.
All right.
Interaction, pull Rezier out,
Gotcha.
and
All right.
and jump on the vulture with the rider.
Nice.
Okay.
And since he's adjacent to him, I'll be able to sneak attack him.
Got it. Roll me an acrobatics to land on the vulture. Low difficulty, because you just jumped high and I imagine came down.
Oops, pictures. 14.
Yeah, you got it. You bounce for a second and almost don't know if you had it, but you grab onto the back of the saddle, and you're right there.
And I just kind of flip the blade around and just try to draw it across his neck.
Okay.
So 19.
Yep. That gets him.
I'm going to add the bardic damage to this. And the green flame blade also. So that's
Jeez, just 3 of your dice were next.
So that's 29 damage.
29 damage.
Hey, you could have thrown that in too if you wanted to.
I did.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
yeah, sorry. 29 damage, and then the vulture takes 3.
3.
Just kind of like
Yeah. You jump on. He is reeling, and you, as you pull it across him, you see blood starting to come, and flame shoots down across him into the vulture's kind of shoulder where the feather. Yeah, he's coughing and gagging. He's clearly pulling himself together, but he's got one hand trying to hold the blood in.
And that's not concentration, so the other spell stays for the time being.
Effective. Okay. I need.
So, about to roll a con save here.
Oh, I'm going to have the vulture get an 8 on its save.
Got it. I will roll the Skyrider now too.
That's fine. All I care about is the vulture.
Okay, the vulture. You see, suddenly is. Vultures can actually shoot stomach acid out of their mouths. If y'all didn't know
I
that.
did not know that.
So projectile
Like-
stomach bile.
Yeah, well, turkey vultures, they vomit. That's their defense mechanism. Is they
That's
vomit.
it, yeah.
They regurgitate. I was in a truck with a buddy of mine, and we were up in like Front Royal, and we scared a a turkey vulture, and it puked all over the front of his truck, and like splashed. It smelled like undigested carrion for
my
weeks.
God.
That is the
Awful.
most Virginia story I've
Yeah, that really is. Me and my buddy were in his
Wait,
truck.
we were in his
way
truck?
out in Port Royal.
Yeah,
Up in the northern neck.
It's really, yeah, it is in the.
Dude.
We were in Bumfuck for
Yep,
sure.
doing some frog gigging.
We were doing spelunking, actually.
Were you really?
Yeah,
Cool.
The
not then.
vulture doubles over and starts plummeting as it's hacking up. And it takes. It's 2d6 for every.
1d6 for every 10
10d6
feet.
for every 10 feet.
Okay. 14 damage. So you see it slamming, and the rider goes off, falls in midair, and you see him grab his chest, and then you see him suddenly start to just descend
Oh man, that
And he
jerk.
lands.
Makes sense.
on his
Waterfall.
feet. Actually, as that vulture lands, it bounces again, and you hear its neck snap.
Oh, dead?
Dead.
Nice.
Let me grab a figure for the rider.
For the bro.
Just use these same two little shitters here.
So he's dead.
So he's dead. Damn. Okay. Well, now it is their go. This one went first. This one you see here is running at you, at this rider here, and you see him, and he disappears mid-run.
Not ideal.
Ideally, though.
I've given out 2 inspirations, right? Yeah.
This vulture is going to attack you.
My armor class is dangerously low right now.
Absolutely
I have neither
not.
mage armor up
You
nor my shield.
bash
Oh,
his-
what? Oh, shit. Oh,
his
yeah, but I thought you
beak
said at the
away,
beginning of the day
and
you
he
always
reels
cast
back
mage armor.
and tries
Well, I
to
do,
talon
except
you.
that we got knocked out early.
I think it got you, dude. It did.
So I, don't know. I guess I should. Yeah, I guess
I don't know why you wouldn't.
Yeah, I would.
You take 8 points of damage from the talons of that vulture. As you knocked its beak away, it managed to just catch them in between the breastplate. For you, this one is trying to kind of pull itself around.
Yeah, I don't have him grappled or anything, so.
So actually what he's going to do is he reaches out a hand to you.
Disadvantage.
That's right.
Still got me, though.
Still got you.
Maybe. What did he roll? What was his worst?
His worst roll was a 12. So,
I'll let it stand.
okay.
What's your AC?
15.
Okay. He grabs onto you, and the few pieces of metal that you can have on you, you start to feel magnetically move up, and you suddenly feel a shock from his
Oh, okay.
from his hand. You take 9 points of damage, and you cannot take reactions until the start of its next turn.
That's not good.
You have to steady yourself as it grabs onto you. That is them. Henrik.
I thought he was going to fly up with me. That's what I was worried about.
I'm gonna swing.
I thought he was going to pull a hedge
a
on me.
rider
I
again.
thought so too.
The actual dude.
Hitting on the actual dude.
Hitting on the dude as I do. That's better. 22.
Yep. You got him.
Sure. 4. Better. 10.
10 damage.
I think I'm gonna War Priest.
Do it.
Or how's he looking? Sorry.
You hit into his side as Nas is behind him, and he's clearly shocking Nas with his own hand, so he can't block it. From both wounds, he's looking like he's pretty resilient, but he's clearly hurting. You guys have put a hurting on him.
I
But
think
he's,
I'm actually gonna instead cast Spiritual Weapon then.
Hmm? Because you'll still get the attack off.
So I'll put it. We don't know where the other guy is, but I'll put it right there.
Do you have the spiritual weapon?
Oh, I do. Yeah, and I even had one special just for you.
My man.
Thanks for reminding me. I heard spiritual weapon and it didn't even click.
It's like you don't listen.
I'm going to give myself inspiration for that.
You know
Do you
what?
have
You can have my red one if you don't have it.
Okay.
Now the question is, where did I put them?
Oh, you get my red one for jumping on the dude's back.
Okay.
And also for remembering to get my spiritual weapon.
Use
well,
this for now. I got
go ahead
to
and
find
Yeah,
the
we can
proper
attack
one.
without. Yoink. So swinging on the same dude. Life's hard. 14, I guess.
no.
But no, you need yes.
It's spinning around and trying to, and he manages to dodge that.
There's the right one. Look at that big flail.
Nice. Right under the table.
Ball, I guess.
Did it go on the tape, like on the actual top of it? Like on here?
I didn't hear it hit wood.
No, I didn't
Broderick.
All right. Well, I think first things first. Shimmermane is just gonna bird around. I imagine she walks like a horse, but her neck moves like a bird. She'll move right up there and attack the vulture.
All right.
And this is with her
Fine.
claws. 16.
Yep.
Sweet. 11 damage. And then she will lunge at it and try to bite it with her beak. I think that'll do. 13 damage.
How does she kill
it? She digs into its side, and you start seeing entrails coming out
I got it.
Well,
Nice.
She
that's about my
bites
spiritual
and
weapon.
rips off. One of the
No.
wings goes limp, and it's in clear pain, just with a neck that's just going out in different directions. It is still up, but it is.
Did you attack with it? Your spiritual weapon?
Yeah, I missed.
Oh, I got it.
All right, Barodric will attack the vulture with green flame blade.
Got it.
17 on the vulture.
Yeah.
So on the vulture, 11, and green fire leaping to the rider. He will take 6.
How do you kill the vulture, my dude?
Oh man, I think again, despite fighting with a graceful weapon, without grace, he would see the wounds that Shimmermane open and just start lunging the rapier in without any rhyme or reason, putting strength
You
behind it.
clearly catch entrails and Nos. You see flames lick up into the rider. You have to, as you're still pulling off the shocking hand, push his back up so that he catches more of it.
Nice, shield him.
And then he's going to spend a bonus action to healing word himself.
So I'm assuming, like, acrobatics to stay on my feet as the vulture goes down.
No. I think it's.
I slide off its tail.
I think it's. I mean, honestly, just collapsing. I don't
Okay.
think that either one of you need to make it.
Okay.
So you want a figure for the guy, or how do you do that?
What did I do with the other one?
I think these old ones need to be retired. They're not so sticky anymore.
I don't know if that's where you'd want to land.
That's
or
fine.
whatever.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright.
Nos.
Alright. I'll strike at him with Reziger. As I miss, so I can't do reactions. I can do interactions though.
You can do an interact.
Okay,
Yeah.
I interact and pull my other dagger out
Okay.
and attack with my offhand.
Got it.
You know what? I'm not going to do that because I always tell you that I'm doing Green Flame Blade every time, and that's an action, and I would have done that.
Got it.
Yeah,
So-
my default is green flame
It is.
blade
It is.
unless
Yeah,
I say
so
otherwise.
I miss.
All right. You honestly, it's only because you have both landed and you're trying to kind of high step
Right.
feathers that are falling that you try to get it, and it shoots past and he's dodging. And now it is them. Something can occupy the same space as your spiritual weapon, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I would.
Like that doesn't.
Yeah, I don't think that's a.
Okay.
What would though? I mean,
Yeah, there's nothing left. They got teleported away.
yeah, he was scared. He ran off.
RUNNOFT.
This one goes right here. Suddenly from behind you it comes out and a hand comes up and a lightning bolt streaks past the both of you. We can do
Cool.
Diagonal, right?
Totally.
That works.
100%.
I disagree.
Alright, I need you guys to both make dex saves, please.
Are we rolling any penalty because he was invisible doing it?
I don't think it's just
Not
a
on that
save
one.
on that
An
one.
attack, he'd get advantage, but
Yeah.
saves
Yeah.
don't do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I'm good. I got a 23.
Yeah.
18.
Cool guys.
Yeah.
Great job.
I'm glad you're
cheated. Itchy.
Oh.
Good lord!
Holy shit.
It's a lot of
Wow.
Did you roll
So,
4,
uh,
6? No, 3 sixes.
4 6.
4 sixes. Cool.
Wow.
24. It's 30.
Why don't you do that when you play?
That's 30 damage.
So 19.
38. So yeah, 19 damage.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah, that would have
shit.
dropped me. I'm almost dropped as it
Yeah,
is.
Wow. They nasty.
So
That was yucky.
out you see out of nowhere one appear almost in front of you and just and it streaks across both of them.
Cool.
That's one of those secondary fights that's going to kill us.
Total party
I
wipe.
mean,
on
lightning
4
bolts are
goblins.
not good.
I killed the whole party at that first encounter in Lost Mines. 4 goblins. level 1. It's just the dice could happen. Whole party got killed.
Oh yeah, I mean the
So I just
stuff
have them get captured.
they're doing
They
like
get captured and
D6
taken.
plus 2, and you have I mean there's like
Yeah.
4 or 5 of them.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're hidden typically to begin with.
Right.
This one turns to you and tries to reach
You,
a
me?
hand. Yeah, tries to reach a hand out and grab you. No. It tries to reach a hand out, and you, in almost fury, knock it away.
Nice.
Henrik.
Is he next to me? Did
Yeah.
he move up?
Oh, I'm
Jason?
sorry.
He
Yeah.
just wouldn't.
Actually, I don't know that he would have.
He
I
would
didn't
have
realize.
provoked an attack of opportunity there.
We're gonna take that back then, because I didn't realize he wasn't
No worries.
adjacent to you. So he's actually gonna try to grab you, Stalwart.
Hang in there, my dude. Advantage?
Yep, that's what I was checking.
I disagree.
Yes.
Before you tell me. Okay. Well, I was gonna do it.
Oh no, go for it. Yeah,
I saw
it
that.
hit. Wait, you have to spend it before
Before you tell me if it hit.
Before you tell him if it hit or not.
do it. My
But
dude.
before you even
were,
said
you were stopping
I
me
knew
as
I
I
was
was going through
stopping
it. So do it.
It's a D6, right?
8.
No, word.
No,
You
I'm
were
still a
seven.
D6, aren't I?
No, you're D8.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
D8.
God.
I hope so, because that's what I added my
At
damage.
5, I think you go to D8, right?
Yeah.
I thought at 5 I just went to a short rest.
No,
but
no,
I
that-
think you're right. Oh man, you get both of those things. Yeah, you're right. It is a D8. Oh, that's so good. I love bards. Bards OP. Please nerf.
Armor class 25.
Yeah, you're good. You were stopping me, dude. It's no.
Oh yeah.
it's
So
no
before
problem.
you said it, I would not.
All right, these are
Pretend.
retired boys.
All
They
right.
lost their stick. Nothing
He
is
reaches to grab you, and
Your
you
best friends.
and he's going right for it, and you remember a story of a shield master that he had told you, and you push up your shield, and you see the electricity just on your
Is there a
armor
bonus to
being
that roll?
pushed up, and his
Do they have
hand's
bonus
just
to your
shocking above
inspirations?
the ground as you push it up with your
forever.
shield.
But ones count as twos.
Oh, thank you. That's what it was.
That's right. Okay, Henrik, it is now your go as you're holding his hand at the wrist.
Speaking of holding, I'm feeling kind of scared, so I'm gonna do a whole person on the less hurt boy over here. Yeah. So he makes a wisdom
His
save
save?
14.
14, yeah.
Wisdom save 14 on the dude right next to you.
No.
On that guy. Absolutely fails it.
Sweet. And I can now bonus action toward priest. Is that? Am I
No,
always?
you
I
have
always get
to
that wrong.
attack.
Okay. Right. Okay. Then. Alright then. That's me, I guess. Then.
What happened to him?
No, but
Oh.
you can do your spiritual weapon.
Oh right.
That is
right.
a bonus action to do it.
What was the wisdom save for?
Oh.
Whole
the
person.
Whole person.
So he's,
Oh, yeah, he's hit.
paralyzed.
You can definitely still do, yeah.
Okay, right,
But
right.
you can't war priest.
So attack with advantage and auto crit.
Yeah. 24. And auto crit.
It's
So-
paralyzed.
Oh, yeah. That's what I mean.
With hold
So-
person,
so
do you
it's
get a
19.
save after taking damage?
Nope. At the end of your turn.
So
He's gonna get assassinated by me
I still
before
get the
that.
plus 3, right? How's that?
Yes, you do get
So
the
12.
Yeah, because it's not your strength.
it's
it's
force
your wisdom.
damage and it's your stat bonus plus your
Yeah, your,
plus
your
D8.
your wisdom bonus.
No, it's right next to you. You see him go, and you see a spiritual weapon. You can almost see its spectral image cut in and start cutting up through before it comes back out. You see him cough up blood. He is barely standing, but he is still trying to keep himself together. Nice. Broderick.
So does the leap of the Great Flame Blade crit?
I think it does.
So if you crit on the attack,
Yeah.
the leap crits.
The leap
Oh my god!
Yeah. But can't do it here.
No, I know. I was just thinking
Yeah.
in the future.
I think Broderick would see that and take the opportunity to finish it off. Not
Yeah.
to steal your kill, but it makes sense.
Well, I'm gonna attack him or the other one. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter to me.
Broderick will green flame blade.
Got it.
22.
You got him.
Alright.
How you kill my dude? I'm not even-
Now, whereas before it was with Fury, with him standing still, a slow push the tip of the rapier to his throat and just lean in a little bit with grace. Hold it, twist it, pull it back
Now,
out.
so you see this. It is a slow and deliberate.
I just kind of catch it out of the corner of my eye and
As it
Give him a slight nod.
slowly- and I mean, as it comes, almost no blood comes out of it until you pull it out, and then it's like you uncork the bottle, and it's as he falls.
Alright, and then he will burn a level 1 spell slot to. Looks like both of you got pretty eaten up, but he's gonna give Nasa a healing word. For 6.
yeah, what 14? Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, that's me. Oh, Shimmermane.
Yeah.
Yes, attacks this homeboy, doesn't she?
Yep.
Claws. 16.
Gets him. This thing is
Don't
not
fall.
steady.
Don't fall. 12. And then with her beak. Jeez, Shimmermane OP. Please nerf. 12.
How does Shimmerman get him?
Oh man, she's not graceful. Claws grab him, pull him in, bites his head off. And probably bites his head off, looks at us approvingly, takes a couple more bites,
Oh yeah.
just starts eating.
Takes his head clean off. And then fallen, you have dead vultures. And these dead that look like, I don't know, half knight,
Right.
half spellcasters are.
Well, we can probably expect more of that. I'm sorry I didn't see them coming. Was lost in thought.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Are you alright now? Are you alright, Stalwart?
I will be alright, but could use a break.
I think a short rest would do us all good.
Would.
We're a couple hours away.
Yeah.
We might want to camp before we go.
I don't disagree.
I'll search your belongings.
You don't find anything
Nothing of value.
worthwhile.
I'll take one of those the goggle things off.
Yes, could do nicely.
Tighten it up a little.
It just keeps sliding around.
Yeah.
You recognize that they had, it's almost like, it looked what looked like armor to you because it was, had lifted, like, shoulder, like, pads and things like that. It's really just clothes, so you realize they're wearing probably mage armor is what they're using. But, yeah, the helmet kind of slicks up almost like an owl's or a hawk's, but it does have what's like mostly, it's still a little strange to see out of, what, like, the crystals that are through there. It's not the same as your sight, but you do get that they're kind of concave, and you can, through the center of the vision, you can see
Get a
just
slightly
fine,
wider.
but all your peripheral is almost gone.
Gotcha.
But you realize it will absolutely keep
Keep
the
your
wind
eyes
out of
safe
your
while
eyes.
flying. Yeah, I think he'd kind of take it off and clean. He'd take the nicest one, clean it up a little bit.
You have a strange helmet of
Nice.
a cultist.
Of bird person.
Mm-hmm.
Helm of bird person.
Helm of bird person. Alright, we're going to take another quick break and then we'll let you guys rest, camp. Hopefully.
Should be
And
fine.
you should be close to River Guard.
All right, be back
Yeah,
in
5.
5, everybody. Hey, Wiley. Wiley just joined us.
Wiley!
What's up, buddy? We'll be right back.
Like to be called, not stringing my There's an ocean underground, and I've been trying to dig it out. There's nothing there but gold. There's nothing there but gold. There's an ocean underground, and I've been trying to dig it out. There's nothing there but gold. There's nothing there but gold. There's an ocean underground, and I've been trying to dig it out. There's nothing there but gold. There's nothing there but gold. There's an ocean underground, and I've been trying to dig it out. There's nothing there but please just strip back. Kick dirt till you find wood that's intact. Stomach turns at the pieces of past. Things that don't get to be washed up in my feet. So kick it back, hum a song, switch the thought, and move along as I grieve, move away from the beach. Trees up to their knees and they're old and weak, and a small
And we're back.
Nice. Nice.
And though we checked on the break, still not sponsored by Red Vine. So, if you guys could get tweeting, I'd
Yeah.
like to get that up by tomorrow.
We really need this to
You
happen.
better get tweeting or we'll get Twizzler in.
My God.
If that's
Twizzlers
just-
offered us a
Hi.
sponsorship over being like, hey, Red Vines won't, but we will.
Let's pit them against each other in a bidding war.
And if that was their logo,
Yeah.
Oh my God.
we'll be a Twizzler in.
Hey, real quick, want to give a rundown on the channel and everything, just while we're
Yeah,
kinda...
while we're coming back from a break, because some of you guys have joined us. So, if this is your first time, we are a live play group of friends. We play here Tuesdays when I DM Prince of the Apocalypse. Sundays where Steve DMs Curse of Strahd, which we play. We've got a couple other little one-offs and stuff that we're doing, trying to figure out nights. We did a kind of last-minute one on Saturday. We might have more of those. Might have some Wednesdays coming up. Not sure, but
We
please follow us, subscribe if you like. We love hearing from you. Follow us all on Twitter. All our names are on there. But yeah, we just like chatting D&D and playing D&D.
all
pretty
day,
much
every
all the
day.
time.
All day, every day. That's all we want to do. Cool. Thank you all for joining us. All right, let's do this.
Okay. Roll. Actually, I don't know. Roll. Your horse isn't far away. It is bleeding heavily, though. It is almost barely standing.
Henry doesn't want it to die, so he's gonna heal it.
I like a reluctant, you are like, I guess.
Andrew wants it to run an hour away, whatever. But Henrik's like,
As you heal it, it nuzzles against you
And it's uncomfortable.
and seems pleased. Your horse didn't actually go anywhere.
Just stood there.
I mean, it moved.
Kind of moved off.
It moved slightly off, but it didn't seem incredibly afraid.
Mhm.
I mean, it certainly scampered for a moment, but I mean, 10, 20 feet
So
away.
mine's better than his.
That's up to you guys
Yeah.
to decide.
No, we'll call it that. Yeah.
Shimmerman eats them both.
Yeah. No doubt. Shimmerman was slaughtering shit. 12 damage. 12 more
Yeah,
damage.
24 damage.
Yeah.
That was pretty solid.
It's okay. It saved y'all from getting lightning bolted again.
Yeah, that was a close one, actually.
You're less hating on my cloak now?
Yeah, let's say
Little
number
less.
That was pretty good.
Loved that. Disadvantage.
He still hit me, but it was just, I just love doing it because I was like, I'm just gonna let him roll and then I'm gonna tell him after.
Okay.
No, I wasn't thinking that.
Okay, so you guys are setting up camp.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would set up camp.
Yep.
Assuming there's in the most optimal place
Yeah, we
around.
will not try to do it out in the open.
Right. I gotcha.
If we can
What
find
is
some.
the geography like there?
There's a couple like copse of trees.
Are we
that-
following a river?
You're moving towards the river.
Ah, okay.
Which
I would make an assumption River Guard Keep.
it's right. And just from your map that you're heading east, and I mean it goes kind of north south, and then
Okay.
cuts kind of southwest as it goes.
Gotcha.
So you're gonna run into the river
Okay.
for sure.
Well, I suppose we'll get started first thing in the morning. I
Let's
like
no sooner.
Nossa's approach. Let's not mince words. We're there for one thing. I think we're in agreement. There's no convincing them otherwise.
No. Although my one contact did say that the River Guard Keep is not full of cultists. Now there probably are cultists there, but there are brigands and mercenaries and bandits there. Not that they're necessarily any easier to reason with, but
Perhaps a conversation would be worthwhile, but all that happens is we get pulled into the inner sanctum to speak
Exactly.
with their leadership.
exactly.
More hornets to stomp out as we get the
I guess my
hornets.
point is I'm hoping if we take out the leadership, those bandits will just leave.
They may.
That was my only thought.
I suppose we'll make a last-minute decision. I don't think we have time to do anything else.
No, I don't think so either.
Did you tell us that your girl was scouting it?
I didn't.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, he has no reason to hide it necessarily, but he's probably not saying it just out of respect for them, because he's trying to make them allies.
Yeah.
He's trying to bring them into the fold, even though you probably wouldn't necessarily like it. Now, again, the Zentarum is not necessarily seen as like the evil, maniacal. They're just like businessmen and information network. And,
You know that there are certainly wings of it. That
Oh, of course.
Yeah, but you know that as a whole, right now, it almost has been a bit of a reformation since the Tiamat fell. That they kind of saw an opportunity to fill in the gaps.
Right.
And it seems like from all the rumors you've heard and what Margot Barl said, it almost sounds like whoever is leading the Zentrum is almost, it's a little bit almost like the Mafia. They're like, now we're going legitimate.
Yeah.
But we still have the back
we still have some,
channels
yeah.
open. But from at least the way Margot Barl put it, the Zentrum right now are, I mean, it's pretty simple. It's like, people need things, we have things, we get money, everybody wins. But they're definitely not doing anything for free.
Yeah.
So yes, currently the Zentrum seems to be in a flux state.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
All right. I think we would camp. I don't know. There's much left to discuss. They're probably pretty beat up and tired from that fight. So I think Broderick would probably.
You guys set up a watch order?
Why?
I don't think so. No, we're good. We should be fine.
We just sleep with our
You
necks
guys all
exposed.
go to sleep at the
Yeah,
same
we all just snuggle up, go to sleep.
time? You don't see the mist closing in.
God damn it! Not another miss. Yeah, I would probably take, either the middle or last watch because I can.
I was
see
gonna
pretty
say
well at night.
Broderick would probably take last because he's the he's gonna wake up early anyways. You know, he's got that old man
Oh, yeah.
syndrome.
He's like,
Doing
"I
crossword
can't
puzzles.
I can't sleep in so long without having to
The
pee.
buffet
every
should be
couple
open
hours."
soon.
Exactly. Right.
Well, I was gonna say Henrik would be last because he's hurt, but
You're gonna be first.
I will be first.
Okay.
What were you rolling just to see how much nothing happened?
Before we sleep, just in case, can we take a short rest?
Oh yeah, I think that would. I don't see why you wouldn't.
All right. So
One hit die. Jeez, one hit die didn't even get me full.
I'm gonna spend 2 just because.
Oh,
We'll
we
get 'em
get an
back.
extra D.
Actually, spend 3 and get them back if you have all of
Yeah,
them back.
I'll just spend a
I
second.
think that you get an extra D6 on a short rest for them.
Oh yeah. That's
Oh
right.
yeah, I forgot about that. Actually, would have got me
Oh
there.
shit! Damn.
Oh, shit.
11,
I was
God,
one
so
shot.
terrible.
14,
I forgot about that extra d6.
and then 1 more. Yep, I spent 2. I'm up.
So terrible.
Gotta give me 6. I love that.
So I'm down 13 now. I don't know if I want to roll another one.
How many have you spent?
3.
I wouldn't spend another
Yeah,
one.
because I know
You
I'll
can
get
always
all this.
you have a lot of spell slots left. You can just heal yourself up if something happens.
No, he's gonna have it anyway.
Sure.
What you doing? Getting something? Getting something?
So Henrik has first watch. Is that right?
I suppose he does.
All right. It's still daylight. I mean, you guys find a good outcropping of kind of rocks and a few scattered trees that one, think you have pretty good cover. 2, you can get a little shade so you can actually sleep. You 2 head to sleep, and you are sitting there by a small fire, looking off. You think you're praying? Go ahead and roll perception for me.
What I be perceiving.
Oh yeah.
25.
You're kind of looking out after you finished your prayers, and you know there's the hills of the valley, and you see over the top of one a figure that looks like a hound, and then it looks down towards you and starts kind of galloping towards you. And you can see that it has fire coming out of its jaws.
Huh.
That should be fine.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't bother waking you guys
Yeah.
up. Like,
He'd be like, oh, that's nice.
I don't
So
want
what
to
you do
bother
is you
them.
pick Broderick up as a fire shield.
Wielding a frail old man as a shield.
What's
I
going
would-
on?
I would shake them awake ASAP.
Okay.
And I think if I had time,
It looks like
do
it
I
was
have time?
about 100 feet away from you.
So is it kind of like when we're in you go to like England for a while when other countries start picking up their language? We're all gonna start speaking like Broderick.
Sure.
Oh, I think it's great.
His language is
Oh,
fine. What a Davian, you know.
what a Davian, you know.
I would shield of faith myself and start heading towards it to try and make sure I'm the first one it encounters.
Oh, look at you, stalwart. All right.
Even
We're
though
kind of
Thar
gonna
can
keep.
help me with fire.
We're gonna keep these kind of bits of rocks here, but I'm just gonna say that there is kind of another. Like you picked out a slightly secluded spot here to sleep. in.
Somewhat defensible.
Yeah.
Green Flame Blade might not work
Okay,
so well
you-
against it.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
You woke everybody up. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, let's roll some initiative.
Safe to say my
Oh!
mage armor is not active here. Mage
No,
armor is
probably
dead.
not.
Oh.
Okay, what did we get?
7.
Okay, Nas.
23.
Yikes, Broderick.
10.
Can I safely say I'm a few steps towards it compared to them?
Yes, you can say you're. You can say you're.
I don't know, where is he coming from?
Let's already just kind of get it in here, you could be up to a full move away, and you guys can both be standing up,
Okay.
getting ready.
Okay.
So up to you. It's coming from this way.
Alright, I think I'd just be. Basically, I'm trying to be the first one it encounters, so as long as I'm. I don't think I would be sprinting towards it, but I would just be making sure I'm.
This is as it has
Nice.
run into range here, so it's.
Sorry, I'm turning off all my Discord sounds. People were chatting in Discord. Now you have to hear all of them as I turn them off.
It's a new one I'm working on.
So you should join our Discord.
Just don't talk to us then. Somebody calling?
Nope, all done. Sorry.
Alright. This hound is running towards you, and you can see that flames are kind of licking out of its mouth as it comes at you. Nas, it is your go as you see the stalwart pulling himself up for a fight.
All right. Well, I've had my hand crossbow out. That doesn't matter.
I think you have time to draw a weapon.
Okay, so I'll take the
Stand
hand
and
crossbow out. I'll just move 5 feet that way so I don't have any line of sight problems.
Right here.
Yep.
Got it.
And roll with advantage because I go before him.
That's right.
That's going to be 19. Sorry, 18.
You hit him.
Right, yeah. Uh, 14 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move around the rock and hide in the bonus action.
There it
Got
is.
it. Go for it.
Move me right where you had me, actually. Yeah, perfect. That's going to be a 16.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll it right now. So yeah, it's not focusing on you at all.
Okay.
Okay. Get right here.
Why you? I'm back. I'm way back there.
You are way back there.
He is.
As it gets up to you, it kind of skids to a stop in front of you, and you see it breathe in and start blowing fire out. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
12.
12. Did. Just did.
Wow.
Man, I don't need that.
So you take 9 points of fire damage.
And I have to make a concentration saving? Yes, right?
Shield of
For
Faith.
my shield of faith.
Yes.
Got nothing.
Nope.
Oh, that was fun while it
That's a
lasted.
good effort.
Broderick.
All right.
I'm going to give him this for spearheading the attack against the Hound of Flaming Hell.
Good call.
Watch out, Stalwart!
Would move here. Cast a shatter right there. Gonna burn his last 3rd level slot to cast that at top
Is that
top
a
shatter.
con saving
It is
throw?
a con saving throw, yes, sir.
15.
15. Okay.
What level did you throw it?
Level 3. It only adds 1d8 per level, right?
Correct.
Some spells add 2 dice. Those
Depends on the spell. Like
those are the
Disintegrate
nice ones.
does that.
Disintegrate, I think does Fireball.
No, Fireball's 1.
19 damage.
And it has to run as far away from you?
No.
Don't
That's
make it
Dissonant Whispers.
Dissonant whispers. There we go.
And he would say,
Stalwart, be careful! Stand firm! Just like the tales of old, what's his name again?
I know who you're talking about.
It, just like when a dog hears a sound behind it, it kind of yelps and leaps to the side. In fact, it does. It moves 5 feet over around you because it's and you can see smoldering blood coming from its ears.
Cool.
Henrik.
I'm just gonna cast. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna swing on him. I'm
do
gonna
it.
channel divinity.
You might as well
I'll channel divinity.
get it back in a short rest.
So, 24
Yeah.
Channel that divinity.
for 11, and then our war priest. But go ahead.
Oh, war priest.
Yeah, war
Okay.
priest. Minus whale. 17
Hits.
for 9.
You can feel it, and you almost feel two hands come into yours as you swing that first hit and just bash down. And then you bring it up again and sweep its legs, and it manages to just stand up, but it is the blood that's falling on the grass is immediately almost catching fire around it, and it is swaying. Nas.
All right, I'll just slide this way and do the old sneaker. 25.
Freaking out, my dude.
For 15 damage.
How do you kill it?
Just like it's like he'll hit it and it kind of rears up and like opens his mouth like he's gonna fire again, and he just fires it right into the mouth, and the bolt just disappears.
It goes and out. You can almost see what looks like an internal explosion of a fire where it just and it falls. Everybody roll perception.
Oh, nat 20, man.
17 here.
26.
You're confirming your kill. You two see over the exact same hill. It looks, because it's still daytime, a figure, female, stands on the top of it in a robe that's slowly glowing, and you can see hair moving. It's got red skin and horns. You would easily know it's a tiefling. And not Nithbis. Who would fit that description technically?
I was actually wondering that myself. Wouldn't it be cool if we killed her at the 5th level?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I hope you guys want to try that. I'll let Raven come up here and play Nithbis.
No. I want you to play it and have.
And then us beat
and
it.
have yes,
So
beat
that
it,
then
and
she's
then you
mad
go
at you
home and never come back.
Forever.
so that I would be just murdered in my sleep.
And we will never play D&D again.
No.
Who are you? What do you want?
You see her regard you, and now you look up and see the same thing. And you watch her just kind of turn. And you see a bit of fire behind her. But she just turns and then disappears.
Catching everyone's attention, aren't we? Is that all four now?
Well, we don't know who or what that was.
I'm only stating the obvious. The flames.
Well, I'm not denying that it's a cultist, but I don't know if that is the cultist.
What are you gonna say, Stalwart? Lay off the drink, Stalwart.
Yeah, I'm nursing my flask. Sure, Leonard. This is no place to rest, apparently.
Perhaps not.
What time is it? I mean, that was first watch.
It was first watch, so you guys had that fighting all the day. It's probably 6 p.m.
Oh, so we went to bed at Broderick's time.
Yeah.
Old man time.
So-
Well, it's 6. Let's get ready for bed. I don't know that we want to get much closer. Do you think she was just testing us, Nose?
It's hard to say. Let's definitely move our camp.
Agreed.
Let me go scout around while you move the camp.
He just wants to get out of breaking down camp.
No. I love doing that part. I'll be right back.
I would heal myself in the meantime.
Go ahead and make a, I guess, survival check just to scout a new spot. Or nature, you can pick.
They're both actually nature is better for me.
Yeah, go for it.
I get an 18.
You find kind of like traipsing through, and you see some boulders, and almost the way the air feels. Like, hold on. You look, and you can see that there's almost a natural, like, kind of
Little cave.
just a little cavern
Right.
underneath a
Right.
few that you look. You're like, I mean, we could even put something over the top here, and it would be okay. Some brush. I
Okay.
mean, you don't think anybody would find you.
All right. Well, come back, and I think I found a pretty good spot. I think we'll be good for the night.
Very well.
Much needed.
It was just weird. I just kind of happened upon it.
Lucky you are.
I guess.
Happened upon us. Happened upon a good place to rest.
Happened upon this fine alcohol, which I think we can share if it seems a bit protected.
Fine is one word for it.
We both said.
Fine as in potent, yes.
Potent it
It
is.
gets the job done, doesn't it?
Potent. Yeah, Henrik would be anxious to rest.
You guys break down camp, reset it down. I mean, you have to, pull yourselves down. I mean, it's maybe 5 feet kind of under with the rocks have kind of collapsed on each other at some point and held it. I mean, they look old. It doesn't look recent by any means, but you guys slide in. It's cool. I mean, it's a little damp, but you guys have bedrolls and stuff that you can kind of dig out and make a spot.
Cool.
Same watch order?
Yeah.
I think Henrik.
I'm like,
Insist
it made me
on sleeping
really
first.
tired to find that camp spot. I got to go
Yeah.
sleep.
Brojo could already be pretending to be asleep.
Alright, Henrik's gonna fucking deal with it. Angrily.
Pouting.
It's cool, guys. I'll take first rest again and also not sleep again.
Okay, thanks.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
You guys sleep through. I mean, you get your long rest. I mean, you wake up technically in the middle of the night unless you just want to kind of keep
We'd
resting.
probably
till
stay
morning.
till dawn, I would guess. Or maybe just before.
Maybe a couple hours before.
a couple hours before.
Well, how long is it going to take us to get there? Like an hour or so?
like 2.
Like 2? And how long would we wake up before? How many hours would we have at the end of our last sleeping? Like when he gets up? What time?
I mean, it'd be.
How much time would we
you
have?
would need to watch it. I mean, you'd get up at 4 a.m. at the end of it.
I would say go in the middle of the night. Less chance for aerial attacks.
True.
Bust down the doors when they're still sleeping.
Yeah.
Swat it.
If we're gonna do this,
You
let's
get
do it
there
right.
at 6 a.m. Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense.
We're here for the early bird special.
I'm just gonna make like Die Hard level stupid action movie quotes.
Say that while wearing the owl helmet.
Yeah. Early bird.
Sometimes I say things and like hate myself for them as I'm saying them, but I also love it.
Okay. Well, you guys set out in the middle of the night, riding horses, riding Shivermane.
Let me do my rolls.
Oh yeah.
How's
I don't know what that is. 17 and a 17.
cool?
Wow.
Well, I guess that's that.
I want low rolls a
Yeah.
lot of times, actually. I want like guaranteed spell saves.
Right.
Or fails, I mean.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys ride through the night. It's still starry out. It's cool. As you get closer, you start to see the sunrise light is entering. You are flying slightly ahead.
Yeah, but I think he would say low. Like
20, 30
just
feet.
over the trees.
So
Yeah.
you're Roderick gliding. Your horse is frankly taken to you more after healing. You guys are kind of riding up, and you can hear the river. And as you guys start to approach, kind of built into almost to the side of like a rock facing a keep comes into view. And there's docks around. It looks like there's plenty of people working docks.
At this time?
There's a couple people unloading, but you can tell it's clearly a bigger operation on the docks in the port. I mean, but yeah, there are some people. There's a barge heading out. There's some people still. It's not a ton, but some of them. And you can see as you get up, the light starting to kind of hit it. You see where it looks like it was once like partly ruined. I mean, it's frankly a bit more.
Say it looks like it's been rebuilt. It was partly
Like it's-
ruined and rebuilt.
Partly ruined and been rebuilt or being rebuilt currently. This almost looks like the most classic keep. There's a river gate where clearly you can see that a ship could go in, but I mean it's got the 4 turrets and towers, and it's got the wall around it. It looks the most classic version of a keep.
Cool.
And I'll tell you, a small castle overlooks the mighty Deserin River, which is a good half-mile wide at this point. A gatehouse and keep stand atop a low bluff, but the walls are built to the water's edge. On the riverbank, another low tower guards a boat basin where keel boats are moored. The keep seems old and worn, but new timbers and shingles suggest that repairs are underway. A white banner with a blue gauntlet flies over the keep. The front gate is closed.
I have a mercenary background. I can recognize colors and banners.
Mm-hmm.
Does that look familiar to me? I don't even think it's a roll. I think it's just you can recognize them, but I could be wrong.
I think you do. I actually think that I think that's the Order of the Gauntlet. Is it not?
Yeah,
Gauntlet fist closed, white
Mhm.
flag.
I think it is.
Not even a mercenary. It's Order of the Gauntlet
And that's on the keep?
on the keep, flying above it.
Oh, it could be a ruse.
Could be, but waving a false flag of the Order of the Gauntlet would swiftly deliver their vengeance, and you know they were chiefly responsible for what happened at the well.
Well, maybe that's why they're doing it.
Should I know who the Order of the Gauntlet is?
Oh yeah, you would definitely know.
You probably love them. You're
It-
probably like, oh, that's my boys.
Imdar is a member and
Right.
would frankly love it.
Yeah.
In fact, you specifically fought next to many of the Order of the Gauntlet.
Yeah. They are paladins and clerics of Tyr, Helm, Torm, and Hor. They're ready to lash out the moment evil acts, and not a moment before. Like they're holy warriors, basically.
They're just trying to cover up what they're trying to do. There's no way that those are Order of the Gauntlet followers there. Trust me, my intel on this place is solid.
Well, again, I agree. No acting or trying to fool. Let's walk through the doors if we can.
That is a bold move, waving the flag of the Order of the Gauntlet.
It's not like we're in any, we're out in the middle of nowhere,
More or less.
right?
The Deserin River.
Do we know anything about the Desertern River? Is it commerced, or is this really the middle of nowhere?
Yeah, I mean it cuts through. It's frankly one of the only waterways kind of that cuts through.
But this area is not like very populous. I mean, there's no.
This is almost that kind of middle.
It's like
in
very
between.
frontier-ish.
Yeah, because you've kind of come through where like up at like Yartar, I think.
Yeah.
It's up there. That makes sense, and that's the trade road.
Yeah.
This is the long cut through until it gets to Wamford was one, and Bardray is another that are kind of the bottom of
At the
trade.
south, right?
I don't doubt you if your intelligence says otherwise, but what I am saying is they can't have been flying that for long. If word reached
Probably not.
El Terrell or somewhere,
El Terrell's a
retribution would be
long
swift.
way away, though. maybe they're flying it just to cover up what they're doing for the time being.
Could well be. Only one way to find out.
And Renobi did tell you that they claim to be cleaning out brigands and pirates.
Well, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I didn't probably
Right.
tell you that, and I will say. I also found out that they are posing as heroes who clean out and dispose of bandits and the like, but that's who's inside there. Which is why I think it's just a facade. That's when you pretend to be something that you're not.
I guess I am stupid.
Well, there's nothing to it then but to approach them. If there's so many of them, we're not going to lay siege to the castle, to the keep. We might as well.
Well, I mean, how many people are we seeing?
You do see a couple guards up on the tower wall. You see probably 10 or 15 people on the docks that are, I mean, the docks are, on this side of the river and the opposite side.
Right.
And some are unloading and some are heading off. So you realize that that's a fluctuating number of.
And some of those may be leaving.
You do. You see some of them are leaving, but you also see others are disembarking, so.
Well,
But some of them are entering to the front gate, but most of them
enter.
don't seem like they're going up to the gate. It seems like the business is. If
So-
you guys are watching that, the transactions are completed on the dock. They're not going up to the keep to ask permission. They're like, okay, and you can see, dock masters checking off list.
So basically, there's like the keep, the river, the docks are like down here, right?
Mm-hmm. I'll just draw you a small map. So if you guys are here, this is just a mini map. So the river kind of cuts.
Are we on the keep side of the river?
You are on the keep
Okay,
side.
good.
So there's kind of a bluff up here, and the keep is like this.
Uh-huh.
And actually, the river kind of comes in where you can see that there's
Oh, okay.
kind of a
It's kinda like
staging area,
right,
but
right,
then
right.
the docks are.
So they're outside of the keep.
Yeah, they're outside. They're
okay.
there, and I mean, yes, you do see like one or two go up. And
Are there other
exchange things.
entrances in other than that main gate? Do we see anything over here? Does it look like we could use ropes and come down from here, maybe?
I think that would be on the bluff. That would be quite a distance from the overhang.
all right.
Like a couple 100 feet, maybe. Let me tell you how high the walls are, though. Didn't expect you guys to get that far.
Well, you didn't make it so easy.
The walls are fairly low, though. I mean, they're 20 feet up, and then the towers are probably another 10 feet beyond that. So it's not terribly high. It
I'm
is
sorry, how high are the walls?
about 20 feet up, pretty low, comparatively.
Is it still dark or is it light now?
It's sunrise now, so.
Because we could get on top of that bluff. We could jump off. I could feather fall us down into the keep.
Did you say that in character?
You probably would, actually. Yeah.
I don't hate that idea.
Puts us right in the middle of it again, though.
But saves us from being right in the middle of it after going to the front door and having everyone alerted to our presence.
Yeah.
We could rest again. We could lay low for the day. Go in the middle of the night. 2 or 3 in the morning when most of them would be sleeping. I'm not saying it would grant us a huge advantage, but they certainly would. Many of them would.
Coming
be
in from that
friends.
angle, they're not going to be even looking.
Likely not.
Just a thought.
And perhaps from the bluff we can
The other,
scout their true nature before.
yeah, we could watch what they're doing for
I
the
think
rest of
that's
the
a
day.
wonderful idea.
As the closer you get to, you see that it's built on the bluff that there's one higher that you can you could jump through. It is since it's a couple 100 feet, nobody's patrolling.
We could fall as far as 600 feet with it.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely less than 600
Yeah.
feet. But you also see that as you guys are kind of scouting, that it cuts off again. So the castle wall, it's almost like, it's 20 feet here. But if you were down one level off like another bluff, it'd be another 40 feet wall. And that's what encloses the river. So it's almost built over a stair, if you imagine.
Gotcha.
Well, I say we make our way there. Scout it out for now.
Just
From
watch
above.
for the day and go in tonight.
We'll make a wide circle so they don't spot us.
All right.
Okay.
I think that's what the plan will be.
All right. You guys scout, watch. You see ships leave. Others you watch watches.
Yeah, we're watching watch shifts, rotations, how many guards are here, typical stuff.
Oh yeah, we'd have the paper and parchment out. I have 7 pieces of paper left. That's right, tract paper.
I love it. You guys watch. You guys feel like you know the watch order, which I'll give you more detail next time. But you make it up to the bluff, and you can see directly down in, and basically, I'll give you guys a quick look about this. It doesn't give much away, because you can see these buildings essentially without what's inside. But you are up here.
Okay.
Oh, I see what you mean by that second stair now.
Yeah, so a second stair, and that's what leads out to the river. This is where the front gate would be, but you guys are up here.
So
And there's more docks like down
like
this
we
way.
would be coming down on that far building
Here.
or the wall or
Yep,
something.
Front
right?
gate, you'd be coming down here. This kind of leads down. Docks are, essentially this way.
What's the roof here look like?
The roof is.
Probably
On
land
fire.
the wall. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I think the roof is
I was gonna say,
probably.
but I have standards.
You're so full of shit.
Let me make it up because I don't know if the roofs were put in here because nobody was gonna jump on the roofs. So I think they're red tile shingled. Those kind of half
Okay,
moon.
yeah.
ones.
Yep.
And I think we would. I would, if we can. I'll just kind of. I would try to land on the actual parapets
Okay.
with
Yeah.
best footing on that, and we wouldn't slide off making a ton of noise.
You guys want to pick the moment where there's the least amount of watch?
That's right.
Alright.
We can save that for next session if you want.
If you want to jump in now, we can end it after that.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's do it.
I think Brojuk would just be nodding. He would speak to Shimmermane beforehand, and it's late, so we can summarize that. But he would basically tell her to keep watch here, like stay here, keep watch for us.
And I'll as we're preparing to do my best to I'll take clothes or whatever, padding, if I have to take his cloak apart, I will, and tuck it into pieces of his armor, and tell everyone to tie stuff down so that your cloak's not flapping in the wind.
Yeah.
Secure, your weapons so that they don't fall out of their sheaths. He's just being very he's in assassination mode. And because that's his mindset right now. He's he knows that they're going in and he wants to just do his job.
You know that the watch is changing, and that they don't look like they're expecting an assault or an attack.
Yeah.
Nobody looks like the guards that are up there. You've watched. You guys have been in the military. These are mercs. I mean, they're standing here because they're told to,
Right.
And that's about it. But you've got 1 to 5 minutes, depending on how lazy the guard is, that's changing shifts. That the wall that you're trying to land on is open.
And then Shimmermane will be up here too.
Shimmermane
So
will
the
be
nice thing about that is Shimmermane will have a direct line, so that it'd be easier for you to call her
I was
rather
about
than
to
thinking
say,
a wall.
I would, while I'm speaking with her, I'd be like,
You know the image of a fish. Look for it in the clouds above. If you see it, it means we're in danger and we need you.
my man's been sitting on a scroll of cloud right or
Skywrite
for
nice.
ages.
That's awesome.
Looking for an opportunity to use it. So
Fish means eat, also means help to father.
that's right. He'd scruff her neck a little and feed her some rations.
Is he really talking to her?
Yeah, you hear him, and it.
I think he would also say like, "Well, we're out of dock now." I don't know why I switched that voice.
Oh, we're at a dock now. There's bound to be plenty of fish in there. You can eat your fill.
Forward to the fishies.
As long as she has to hear us babbling and not us.
I think as he's getting ready, he's gonna put that fucking owl
Nice.
helmet on.
You got
Cinch
skydiving
it up
helmet.
a little bit. Yeah, I got his owl helmet on.
I'm ready.
You guys have waited for a break in the. You know that there's two. You can tell there's clearly two times. There's a daytime one and there's about a night shift change.
Okay.
Which would you rather do?
Probably the night shift change.
Yeah.
I don't know why not.
I think so.
Okay.
Also, just before we jump, I would give each of them a bardic inspiration. Just remember that for
Sorry,
next time.
I'm not sure.
A bardic inspiration.
That's our fifth player. She whose name shan't be spoken, or else she'll wake up.
Nat
Never
20.
wake her
You
up.
have woken me.
I've woken from my slumber. Case went to mute.
We need to talk.
I need to talk. All right.
You guys are standing over this bluff, looking down. The wind is picking up, mostly just because you are up on a cliff face, looking down on a keep that is probably 350 feet down.
And I'll look back to you too. I go, I'm gonna jump first. As soon as you see me go back and point at you, you'll feel the spell affect you. Follow me.
All right.
You jump.
Yeah.
Prepared.
And I'll tell him that once I get to the bottom, I'm gonna pull Rezier out, so you can see that light and you can focus in on it and land where I am.
All right.
All right. You see Nas. And that displacement cloak for a moment looks like he's still standing there, but then you also see that he's already falling.
And I'm actually gonna jump and then cast the spell.
Okay. On them as you're jumping?
Actually, I don't even have to do that. Yeah, I don't even have to. I can cast it because I can hit 5 targets.
Yeah.
And it's a reaction, so.
Want you... Let me see what roll I need you to make for trying to get the accuracy for landing.
I just want to be coming in like that squirrel suit, like that flying squirrel suit. Those videos you see of people like this Broderick with his owl helmet on.
I'm doing a superhero land.
Oh, you're gonna do superhero?
Yeah.
land? All right, that's
My fist down.
yeah.
The Iron
Yeah.
Man land.
One hand, one arm up.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Uh,
Obviously.
The Iron Man dancer's behind me.
roll a... roll a dexterity saving.
I'm fine with that too.
Yeah. I mean, I know it's good, but this is your...
All of us?
Him.
Ooh, could have rolled on. 16?
16. You start to see one of the roofs, and you're not fully sure how to do it, but you know you're grabbing your cloak and trying
To use as like a rudder.
and you manage to, like,
Just
in the
don't
amount
try
of time, move a minuscule amount while you're still high enough to land. But as you do, you realize how much smaller of a target it was to hit than you thought.
And I look back and I go, fuck. And I just pull Rezier out. I get down low so I break line of sight.
Yeah, you got.
So I just kind of pull it out. And go, God damn, I don't feel like.
Okay, you guys jump. I need you to both make dexterity saving throws at advantage.
Who class it?
I got a 21.
17.
Okay.
Yeah, he rolled a 17. And he got a 17.
You both feel like you've pinpointed in. You're actually like, you've been flying now so much that you're
Yeah.
like, you almost know how to move. That you're like, put out an arm, and you're just slowly descending. You're descending slightly faster due to your armor, but you just focus.
Cape flying up behind you.
And next to you, 2 feet land with each of them, and you guys are on a wall overlooking what is clearly a pirate keep. Waking up or changing shifts. That's where we'll end.
Woo!
Nice.
Love it. I love
Nice.
a cliffhanger.
This is just to make sure.
Hey,
This
that
is
was
what you
almost a
expected to
literal
happen, right?
cliffhanger.
Yeah, I know.
What did you think? How did you think we were gonna get in? Just I love talking behind the screen. Did you know really? Or
I
have
thought
an
you
idea?
would either, frankly, storm the front door because you guys are all, I mean, just ready to go, or I thought you might try to. I thought you might try to go to the riverside, and you might try to.
I wasn't thinking of either one of those. My first thought was to try to scale the wall.
I thought that too.
Yeah.
I thought you could potentially scale the wall. I mean, it's not hard. You wouldn't have been able to tell where you were going to end up necessarily, or
Yeah,
what
right.
was behind it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't think that your asses had feather fall, so I definitely didn't think that you would be jumping off of a cliff face.
I started memorizing. I mean, it's been in my spell book the whole time. I started
Yeah.
memorizing it when he started riding around. Because at that fight, I was worried about him flying off, so I was gonna feather fall him if he fell off.
That's cool. Yeah, that was a good one.
Tight. I know there's a lot of exposition in that first half.
Nah, I
Well,
mean,
it
that's
sounds like the next one might
Yeah.
be a little combat
It's quite
heavy.
the cliffhanger.
Oh, God.
So should we level up?
No.
Yeah.
Ah!
I mean, we got. I mean, where are y'all heads at though? Rolling into the keep. What do you think their characters are feeling? What are you thinking is happening? Who was that figure?
Do they know things? I think Broderick is still not 100% convinced they're bad guys. I mean, I think he trusts Nas, but still seeing, I mean, frankly, a banner that he put a lot of trust in and battled side by side at the well. But I also do think we've heard more than once about this place.
Well, it's pretty clear once we get in there that it's pirate city.
As you look up, nobody is wearing Order of the Gauntlet stuff. And
Yeah.
the people you saw on the wall.
So
Then
I think
that-
Henrik was hesitant until he noticed
that would
Like,
probably
okay.
be the same.
Nobody
for
in
Broderick.
here
Looks like a paladin or a
looks
cleric.
like a paladin.
I think Henrik's kind of,
Okay.
God damn it, and he's just ready to. Now he's just ready to.
Yeah.
Just,
I
because
think
he's
I think Broderick would feel the same. So.
after he heard that town got flattened, he's
Oh hell
like
yeah.
now that he's found out that they're shitty people, he's like, okay, I'm ready to just flatten some
Yeah.
bad boys.
Oh yeah.
But I do think. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think Broderick is probably happy that. I think he's feeling like they have some real agency now. Like this is they chose how to do this. I think Nas brought up like they kind of floundered their way through the last couple of engagements by being like, hey, we're allies, let's learn more. And now they're like, no, we dealt with them both last times. This time we're just gonna deal with them. I think he's feeling pretty good about that.
Yeah, I think Nos was not sure she was up and up. You know.
Oh,
that she-
Renobi?
yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, there was a part of him that was the back of his head, that paranoia of being an assassin, that she was setting him up. And he knew that he was putting them in kind of harm's way. But he also knew in his mind, he was thinking that if she is telling the truth, and we do get in, and we were able to not just get in, but if and they see that what's there is not what appears to be, then they're going to trust him more. Than you know, than not that they don't already, but
Yeah.
it just solidifies that.
But especially for a young buck, like being like, I have something to prove. Like, look, guys, this
Yeah.
is my plan.
And not
my
explaining
nation.
it.
Yeah.
Just kind of that bravado,
Yeah.
you know.
Being cryptic on purpose.
Yeah. Don't worry, I've got this.
Yeah, guys, I got it figured out. Man, I hope she's.
Trust me.
I hope she's on the level.
Yeah, that's what my head. And in my head, I was like, if she's not, I'm gonna go find her and I'm gonna kill her.
I'm sorry, they got here just before you did.
Thanks, buddy.
Renobi's not a tower. She's a tiefling.
Where is she now? Andrew wonders.
Yeah, we shall see. All right. Well, any closing thoughts, Mr. Sean?
I don't think so. I think we've got yet another, most likely combat, probably a couple
So they're
sessions.
gonna want to fight us?
I mean, I guess, do you want to fight them is the question.
It just depends.
All right. Well, I am going to pay it forward what some of our good friends do, and I just found a small stream that looks like they could use some support. So we're going to raid with who we have left in here. I'm kicking the raid off now. We got just a couple of seconds here. So thank you, Sean. That was a blast.
Thank you guys.
You know
Thank
I
you
love
for
it.
playing. Oh, that's my new sign off. I love you. Thank you for playing.
That's really good.
I love you too.
So bad news. I probably can't make next Tuesday.
Okay.
I'm really sorry. I'm gonna be out of town
Oh,
for work. It's not solidified, but maybe we'll. Anyways, stream's about to end for the raid, so sorry to end on a bummer. Bye. See you Sunday. We hope. See you guys.
See you guys.
Stream.